right, what's up, guys? So this video today, I'm going to be talking about a very specific topic that I don't hear anybody talk about, but is something that leads to a lot of your poor results with women that you actually like. All right, this one topic that I'm about to talk about right now is what's holding you back from meeting the woman of your dreams. All right, so the topic of today's video is overcoming fear. All right, so fear is a state of mind, right? Realistically, it's just an emotion that you have inside of you. But if you allow it to run through you, and if you can't identify when it's showing up, what happens is that it'll run your life and lead to you getting way worse results with women that you actually like. All right, by confronting your fears, you lead a way more empowered life. You lead a life of masculinity rather than femininity, right? Because women, they live in a state of insecurity and fear all of their lives, right? They're afraid of men, they're afraid of poor outcomes, so they don't live the life that they actually want. But you were born a man, and so you have to learn to overcome your challenges and overcome your fears so that you can live the life that you actually want. All right, so fear is only as real as you allow it to be. All right, conscious action, taking action and overcoming challenge are the keys to breaking through fears. Okay, so the number one fear that men like you have right now in your life is the fear of poverty. All right, behind me on this beautiful wall right here is a book that's called Outwitting the Devil. And Napoleon Hill writes that book. And in the book, he talks about how fear is what stops you from really achieving anything, like as great as you can imagine. And the number one fear that men face is the fear of poverty. So what does this mean? Is that when you're afraid of going broke, when you're afraid of running out of money, when you're afraid of doing things that are going to make you lose money, what happens is that you live in a state of survival all the time. You start to overthink every single thing that happens because you're afraid of taking risk that is going to lead to you losing money. I would say by far, this fear is the hardest to actually identify. And I'm going to get to why it leads to bad results with women, but why it's so hard to identify is because there are things that you probably do on a daily basis, right? Like just chilling at home, playing video games. It might be you just procrastinating on the type of life that you actually want to live, right? And you don't even notice that it's you really doing that because you're afraid of losing money. So all the time, right, I'll be on calls with guys who they want to join my program, right? My coaching program. But to them, they're like, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit steep. And once I identify that money is something that they're cautious about, I don't even want to take them into my program because that fear alone that they have about running out of money is going to lead to them procrastinating on the things that I tell them to do to get better with women. Because once you get into the habit of procrastinating on anything, it leads to you drifting through life. So that's why they say that the people who have the most money are the biggest risk takers, because they simply do not procrastinate on anything, right? So let me tell you how this shows up in your dating life, okay? So you'll be at a bar, you'll be at a club, whatever it is, or you'll just be at home. And the time comes for you to actually, go out, spend some money on some clothes, some drinks, whatever it is. And you won't do it because inside of your head, you're like, nah, like $30, like, nah, that's too much, right? I'm just gonna chill at home. Or you'll be on Hinge and they say like pay for the subscription, $150 for 6 months. And inside you're like, damn, like I don't know if I'm gonna make bills the next month if I do that. Nah, I'm okay, I'm not gonna do it. It's too much money, right? That fear of poverty is causing you to not take the risk that's going to lead to better results. All right, the number two fear, and this is one that I can go into all day, is the fear of criticism. All right, so I like to label this as the fear of judgment. And the reason why is because it stops you from doing the things that you want to do already. All right, you're so self-conscious. You're so worried about what other people think of you that you don't do the things that you want to do. So how does this show up? Most notably is you're in the gym, right? Or you're walking on the street and a pretty woman is there. She's about to pass by you. And instead of saying what you want to say, which is, hey, what's up? What's your name? You literally say nothing, right? Instead of doing what you want to do, instead of being in your most alpha, you simply have an inferiority complex and you would rather pay attention to what other people want you to do, which is to say nothing, right? That is a fear that is inside of you of what people think of you. You think that people are going to judge you as a wrong person or as a bad person, and so you take no action. right? The other way is you have an Instagram profile, you have a dating app profile. And instead of taking pictures, right, like any normal person would when you're out with a nice outfit on, you're afraid of what people think about you. And you're afraid that people will say, oh, like, who's that guy? Who does he think he is? And so even though you have a nice outfit on and you know it would be right to take pictures there, you don't do it, right? You're with your friends and you're like, damn, they're gonna think I'm weird if I try to take a flick here. And so you don't do it. You're self-conscious of what other people think of you. This fear of criticism is by far the thing in the biggest thing in your life that you'll regret. Like, you will be 85 and you'll look back at yourself and be like, damn, all those people that I thought about their opinions, where the fuck are they? Where are they? They're not here. And I cared so much about what they thought that I simply paid attention to what they wanted from me rather than doing what I wanted. All right. That fear will hold you back throughout your whole life. There's a whole bunch of other fears, like the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love. There's the fear of old age. And there's the fear of death, right? All of these fears, what they do is they cause you to procrastinate and not do what you want. Okay, when you're with a woman and you really want to have some type of sexual relationship with her, but you say nothing about it, that is a fear that is manifesting in your life. You have to understand yourself and understand when this is showing up, right? When you know that you need to get a better wardrobe, when you know that you need to get better at communicating with women, when you know that you need to get in the gym and get a better body, but you don't do it, realistically, you are afraid of some potential outcome, right? For most of you guys who don't get in the gym, you're afraid of either criticism that you're going to get from people in the gym. You're afraid of your friends thinking that you're a big shot now and you're trying to do big things with your life, or you're just afraid of putting in the work. You're afraid of the pain that comes with it. All right, so identifying these fears is the first step to making a change. Because I can tell you right now, get rid of every single fear that you have in your life, right? Go up to women and start talking to them immediately. Go out and spend that money on that nice wardrobe. Spend that money on that nice experience, right? Change your mindset in the way that you look at money. If you do all of these things consistently, if you take conscious action, overcome challenges, you will become a different person and have a different reality. The man that overcomes fear becomes what Napoleon Hill calls a non-drifter, right? What does it mean? It means that you simply take what you want from life. You do exactly what you want to do, and the world pays attention to you and does what you want now. All right. So remember that all of your fears can be conquered through conscious action. And the thing that helps me the most, like, it's not like I've never had fear in my life. It's not like I've never gone through it, right? What helps me so much is literally understanding what the positive outcome that's on the other side of what I want to do. All right. So back when I used to feel in my head, like, damn, there's a lot of people in here. I don't want to go talk to that girl, right? What I would think of is I would much rather talk to her, see if she likes me, see if we can start something good, over going back home and feeling the regret of not doing it. All right. When I look at, oh, that's a lot of money for that trip, it's a lot of money for that wardrobe, I literally think to myself, what is the positive that's going to come from this? And the positive always will outweigh the negative, right? The trip, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. The wardrobe, I can wear this for eternity, right? I'll spend more on that luxury item because I can wear this for a long time. The Hinge profile, if I put in this 2 weeks of criticism that I'm going to get for taking pictures at expensive locations where there's a lot of people there, well, I can have a Hinge profile that's going to work for me for the next 2-3 years, right? So understanding the positive outcomes and setting a challenge for yourself by saying, I have to do this, are the only ways where you will actually conquer your fears. So for a lot of you guys, first off, you need to identify where this fear is showing up, why it's showing up, right? Do you care about what people think of you? Do you care about your poverty situation that you made up in your head? And then the next thing you have to do is overcome it by taking conscious action and going through challenges. All right. So thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it, of course. And remember to sub to this channel and drop a like and a comment if you guys like it. All right. I'll see you guys on the next video.